The criminal investigation into Charlene Hardin is over.
The MPS school board member billed taxpayers for a conference she hardly attended. JS on air now. We're joined by columnist Dan Bice. So Dan, I think the big question everybody's asking, why is this not a crime?
Well, the district attorney's office decided that it was incompetence that kept them from making it to the conference, not anything that they did on purpose. It wasn't a ruse. They didn't go on the trip with the intent of not making it to the conference. They were just unable to get to the event, the 3-day event.
Really?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, you know, the DA's office hasn't released any files or said much beyond the fact that they chalked it up to incompetence and that they see it now as an employment issue. But yeah, you're right. It's pretty funny.
Here's a couple questions. I mean, a few things we know. We know that they went to Philadelphia. We know they spent about 5 minutes at the conference, and as you've reported, that was about it. Do we know where they stayed? Do we know how much this cost taxpayers, any of that sort of thing?
No, the Milwaukee Public Schools has not released any records on this. So they did accidentally release some records about their car, and they rented a car for 2 days for $400. But we know they didn't stay at the conference hotel, but we don't know where they stayed. I'm assuming that in the next week or so, the MPS will finally release those records.
What does the superintendent have to say about all this, and what's the next step? Since it's not a crime, is there going to be any action, to prevent this from happening in the future? And will she be back on the school board? I know it's up to voters.
Sure. Actually, the superintendent works for the school board, so there's not much he can do about the situation. He has conducted his own investigation of, there was a secretary who went along. He's done an investigation of her and of the school that paid for the trip, but they've not yet said if any disciplinary action's been handed down. And what can they do? The school board has restricted some travel, but the big question there is enforcement of the policies, because there were policies in place that prohibited the school from paying for a school board member to go on an out-of-state trip, but no one enforced that.
Dan Bice talking to us. Thanks so much for the update, and an infuriating topic for many, I can imagine.
You're right about that.
Well, you can read more about it at jsonline.com. We have a link on our website, today's TMJ4.com.